in-depth, investigative. This is KXAN News Today.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Happy 4th of July. I'm Sally Hernandez. So good to have you around on this holiday. If you are still looking for 4th of July plans, how about the popular option that's over in downtown Austin with the HEB Austin Symphony 4th of July concert and the fireworks show. It's every year over at Auditorium Shores, and that is where we find KXAN's Dylan McKim with the live report. This would be your first time if you went out there because you're still relatively new to Austin.
Hey, this would be my first 4th of July here, Sally. That is correct. And I'm very tempted now because I'm looking at the view here this morning. You can't get a prettier sight in town for fireworks over the Austin skyline. You can see the preparations happening right now behind me at the Long Center. And all of this backed by a performance by the Austin Symphony. Here's what you need to know if you are heading out here tonight. The event is free and open to the public. The grounds will open at 5 p.m. tonight for picnics and pre-show performances on the newly 3D printed pavilion. And some important things to note before you get out here: there will be food and drink vendors on site, and you are allowed to bring out your own folding chair. They're asking that you keep your pets at home. Fireworks, of course, they can be upsetting to dogs and can cause them to run away. And a section of Lady Bird Lake along Auditorium Shores will be closed tonight for that fireworks show. There will also be a lot of street closures to be aware of as you make your way to the event. And so, of course, the advice is to show up early because of those street closures, and you can find out where those street closures are, where you can and can't park on our website at KXAN.com. We have broken it down easily for you and where you can find that information. Again, whoa, got a cockroach coming up in. He's excited for the fireworks right now. Again, that show starts at 8:30 tonight. The concert starts with fireworks expected to be at 9:30. Watch out for the cockroaches on the grass out here. I know I will. But it's going to be a fun night out here. Fireworks in the sky. I know Nick's going to be excited for the fireworks tonight.
For sure, as long as they don't keep me up too late, Dylan. Thank you so much. Bug spray and sunscreen here today. Dylan with a live example as to why. This is how it looks now in Granite Shoals from our Whittlesey Landscape Supplies camera, where we've got a gorgeous look for you now. A blend of some sun and clouds, and we think we're going to go back and forth between clouds and sun here today. So a partly cloudy sky, a couple of sprinkles in the air just southwest of the hill country that have been drying up. So we think our rain chances this morning are very, very low. Middle and upper 70s are the temperatures that you're stepping out into. We'll be already in the low 90s by 1 with that partly sunny sky there over Lake Travis, heading for a high of about 98 here today. We got to 99 yesterday, so very similar temperature-wise, dropping to about 88 by 9, and then we're in the mid-80s here at 11 o'clock tonight, and we should be in for a mainly dry day, although there are some slim shower and storm chances, not just today, but tomorrow and Thursday as well. We'll take you through the timing for those. An update on your fireworks forecast for tonight ahead of a new stretch of triple digits that we're heading toward. Before we get on to that, let's get on to what the roads are doing this morning. Just in case you have to be out and about, maybe you're running some last-minute errands here. This is 35 at MLK, which is showing you not only dry conditions, but also not a lot of cars out there this morning. A real pleasant ride in, I must say. We do have a couple of incidents that are not having a huge impact on traffic, but we'll mention them nonetheless. There at Texas 343 at Lamar Boulevard, fire department activity there near Lamar Square Drive. And then we have this hazard here, still the exit ramp blocked at Shoreline Drive at Mopac northbound that may slow you down just a little bit. Here's some drive times coming in from Round Rock to downtown, still 21 minutes. That's not bad at all. We would take that any day of the week. And then 25 minutes from Kyle to downtown, from Bastrop to Highway 183, 24 minutes this morning. Sally.
Okay, Nick, thank you. Time check right now is 6:36, and it was a weekend of violence across the nation as more U.S. cities dealt with a mass shooting. 2 people killed and dozens more injured when a gunman opened fire at a block party in Baltimore. A lot of the victims, teenagers. Then there was Wichita, Kansas, when 7 people were shot after a gunman opened fire at a nightclub there. In Chicago, police say 31 people were shot, with 3 killed over the weekend. And so far this year, there have been 340 mass shootings, continuing that upward trend that we've been seeing since 2020.
I implore everyone to please be safe. Think of those around you and the lives you could potentially impact if you make a wrong choice.
According to the Gun Violence Archive database, over the last decade, there have been more mass shootings on July 4th than any other day of the year. The local crews have measures in place across downtown Austin to keep you safe as you get out there to enjoy the fireworks show tonight, if that's what you and your family are doing. Austin Travis County EMS says its new rainy street patrols may have helped an intoxicated man from getting into the water, ending up in the water. Medics say they saw a disoriented man fall down near the trail. This was early Saturday morning. They helped him back to the street away from the water. About an hour later, the agency says medics got a call for a man who was on the ground near the water and bleeding, and they were able to get to that scene within minutes and then help him get into an ambulance. Now, EMS launched the pilot program on Rainy Street last month in response to concerns and some of the recent drownings. And while EMS is monitoring around the lake, your family should be mindful of what is in the lake. What's in the water at Lady Bird Lake? Recently, it made the top 10 list for lakes to watch this toxic algae season. Several dogs have died because of that toxic blue-green algae. At high levels of exposure, the CDC says the algae can cause symptoms ranging from stomach aches, rashes, respiratory illnesses. Brain-eating amoeba can also be present in warmer weather, but Austin Public Health tells us those cases are extremely rare. But remember, it is illegal to swim on Lady Bird Lake. Well, many Twitter users have a limit when it comes to the social media site. The company is now restricting the number of posts that you can view. And while owner Elon Musk has said it's intended to help keep the pesky bots away, experts say it could also be an issue when it comes to public safety agencies and how they get information out to you. KXAN's Grace Reader talked to experts about what's going to happen next.
Police, school districts, fire, and EMS, they all use Twitter to quickly get out information. The CEO of a company that specializes in PR for public agencies says that's not unique to Austin.
I've seen less engagement between my agencies and constituents, but more engagement between my agencies and members of the news media.
But new Twitter rules that limit usage could change the game. Elon Musk announced over the weekend that people will be limited on the number of tweets they can view to combat automated bots and data scraping. It means public agencies may have to switch up how they push out info.
But depending on what we see happen in the next couple of weeks, we may decide that we're going to, make some changes to the way that we do, especially emergency messaging.
EMS says it could lean more heavily on other social media platforms like Facebook and send more press releases instead of tweets.
We will still make sure that everybody gets the messages that they need to get.
This PR expert recommends public safety agencies use the resources they own, like their website, to establish a place people can go for regular information.
We're seeing holdouts consider what life will be like in a post-Twitter world. And frankly, in our world in public safety, you should be thinking about that every day.
Grace Reader, KXAN News.
We also reached out to other public agencies in Austin, like the Austin Police Department and the Transportation Department, to see what they're doing. And we've got insight on how they are moving forward right now on our website at KXAN.com. All right, 6:40 is the time, and Austin city leaders showing new details about how effective the partnership they have with the DPS and APD is going. They point to new data showing response times dropping in every city council district during DPS troopers' first deployment. And that was from April 2nd to May 13th. The change was most notable in District 10, so that covers Northwest Austin. We found out average response times dropped by 94 seconds there. The records also show a dramatic reduction in crashes and deadly collisions. The partnership was on pause, but it resumed on Sunday. And in a statement to KXAN, the mayor, Kirk Watson, said in part he welcomes the support, adding the initial DPS deployment helped reduce violent crime, lower response times, and gave officers a little more time to engage with communities. Now, if you are planning a little road trip this summer, maybe even on this 4th of July, you may not have to go too far. Wallet Hub says Texas, we are the best state for summer road trips. It ranks states best on costs, safety, and activities. And behind Texas is New York and North Carolina. When we go in depth, we can tell you that we are taking you all over the state with Destination Texas, a series to show you some places that you can visit just by getting in the car and going, like up in Seymour. That's a land before time with the museum there showing off the dinosaurs who used to roam our land. Or maybe you want to go visit South Padre Island, see how to help the sea turtles nesting. These are just a couple of examples you'll see with Destination Texas, our series that you can find right now on KXAN.com under the News tab. Click Destination Texas.
You know, and as soon as we moved to Central Texas a couple years ago, on my wife's bucket list, it was the Waco, Magnolia, you know, all that stuff.
Yeah,
so that was on the list there.
Did not disappoint, I'm sure, right?
It did not. It did not. This is how it looks outside right now from our Lorenz and Lorenz 360 cam, where we've got a good amount of clouds, but a bit of sunshine out there here this morning, trying to sneak through the clouds. And from time to time today, we'll go back and forth between a mostly cloudy and a partly sunny sky. So not a bad looking day, kind of similar to yesterday, although not exactly the same, of course. We're at 79 degrees right now with that partly sunny sky, although it already feels like it's going to be 82 degrees. Pretty good paddleboarding weather today, I'd say, with pretty light winds, although they do pick up a little bit later on today, and low rain chances for the afternoon and early evening. Those rain chances at about 10% and a high today of 98. Yesterday we got to 99. Now, even if you're under some cloud cover, the sun can still penetrate the clouds and hurt your skin or your eyes. The UV index today is at 10, which is considered extreme. Your fireworks forecast tonight is a almost perfect one. There is a low 10% rain or storm chance in the early evening. Most of us not seeing a thing, though, with a partly cloudy sky, and those clouds should be high up enough in the sky that they should not have an impact on the visibility of the fireworks here this evening. Generally, you'll just be sitting out and watching them in the 80s here tonight. Let's take a look at traffic as we update you on things. This is what I-35 looks like northbound at Riverside, which is fine. Some more clouds around, but a very quiet morning drive. If you have to be at work, we appreciate you working on the holiday for us. Not many incidents to speak of, really. There was an earlier one off of 343 that's now been cleared. Some fire department activity in the area. This is really the main one that's been with us through the morning. Exit ramp blocked at Shoreline Drive there on Mopac North. That's the tolled portion of Mopac. Otherwise, drive times in from SH45 to Cesar Chavez on Mopac, 13 minutes there. And from Round Rock to downtown, it's 21 minutes. And if you're coming in from the south, Kyle to downtown, 25 minutes. And on 183 north from SH45 to Highway 71, that's just 10 minutes. Sally?
Time's looking good, and if driving is something you want to do, make sure you tune in to our special Destination Texas that we were talking about. We have another place that you can visit. We're going to take you from the top of a Texas landmark to the heart of Texas wine country, and even some discoveries under the waves. All part of Destination Texas special presentation that starts today, 4 p.m. right here on KXAN. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. 6:48 is your time. We have reported on those longer wait times for the government to process passport applications in the summer. And it's been hard for some people to get an appointment. So the city of Austin decided to have a passport fair. Things didn't go exactly as expected. Our Jayla Washington shows us why.
Showing up 2 hours early.
Please wait outside the passport waiting area.
People like Kimberly Rodriguez.
Wow.
Just knew Austin's passport fair would get busy.
I started my process actually a year ago, and I had an appointment at the post office and it got canceled.
She's not alone. Many have struggled getting or renewing a passport because of a nationwide backlog.
Hi.
She was getting through the pre-screening process just fine until...
Dad here? They're
No.
minors. They have to be here unless you have a consent form.
So tons of people showed up today. This line loops around the corner through these doors. As you can see right here, right now, they're actually counting how many people they have waiting in this line to see if they're going to be able to process those who are still here waiting.
If you're at the end of the line, more than likely, I'm not going to be able to see you today.
Nancy Mathis with Austin Passport Services told this crowd they weren't expecting this turnout, saying they could only process 70 applications for the day.
And that's based on time. That is based on our time. We do have 3 more offices that will be opening. One's going to be opening on Monday, another one's opening the Monday after that, and another one is opening the Monday.
Good news, but a letdown in this moment for Elena Brogan.
I called 2 days ago to see what I would need to bring and what time to get here, and they just said get here early. So I got here an hour early, and that wasn't enough.
Meanwhile, Rodriguez's husband showed up just in time.
You okay?
Making them,
Thank you for doing this.
some of the lucky ones.
Let's do this.
Jayla Washington, KXAN News.
Okay.
Jayla tells us that the Austin Public Library plans to offer more passport services in the next few weeks. You can find out the details about those plans online right now at KXAN.com. Good luck. Now, over this 4th of July, APD's Lake Patrol unit is enforcing an ordinance. It's banning those motorized watercrafts, the wet bikes, and similar items on Lake Austin, so don't do that. The ban went into effect yesterday in the evening. It ends tomorrow morning. It only applies to Lake Austin, okay? So you can still use, non-motorized devices like kayaks, canoes, and paddleboards. That's okay. You know what's okay? Well, a live look at Q2 Stadium. More than okay with Willie Nelson's 4th of July picnic returning this year. Lots of good music and food. It marks its 50th anniversary, wow, of the celebration. But the second year over at Q2 Stadium. Now, Willie's going to be joined with several country artists. Tickets went on sale Friday, and the doors will open at 1 o'clock this afternoon. It is going to be a packed stadium with Willie and friends.
Oh, no kidding. And pretty good weather for it, too. I know it's not comfortable, but it's not like it was last week or the week before when it's triple digits every day. 98 feels cool compared to it.
And you have been out to that stadium like before it even opened. You talked about how they have some shaded areas as well because they knew the Texas sun was going to be beating down on all the soccer fans. So for
very specific seats and the plastic and mesh that they use to keep it as cool as possible. It's actually, they do their best in there, and there's some good circulation at Q2 as well to keep you as cool as you can. Let's take you outside to the big weather pattern that we're watching here, which is a high parked over the southwest for now that is actually going to get stronger as it slowly wiggles its way eastward towards Central Texas. Now, here's the thing. You see the expansion there of the red. That's the high getting stronger. And as it does so, as we head into the weekend and beyond, we expect the triple-digit heat to return as early as Friday. Now, after the weekend, that high tries to move back west a little bit. We're thinking it's not going to be far enough away to take away the triple digits, but there's going to be the possibility, if it keeps doing that, keeps moving farther west, that we could maybe introduce or reintroduce our shower and storm chances. But not so much in the way of wet weather or heat relief. Upper 90s here through your Thursday, and then 100 degrees return Friday, and it gets a little hotter than that here for the weekend and beyond. Partly cloudy skies over us right now, and we expect a blend of clouds and sunshine here today. A little more clouds than sun, but you'll see peaks of blue sky every once in a while. And look at these low, spotty shower or storm chances mid-afternoon through about mid-evening. But we think only about 10% of us get any meaningful rain. But picking out where those showers form, a little tough. So just be ready for it, even though the chances that they arrive over you, very low. Then the rain and storm possibilities dry up by about 9 tonight. And then our day tomorrow, another sun-cloud mix, but look at the coverage of the rain tomorrow. Actually, a little more than today. So tomorrow's rain chances higher than today. Today, we'll just go with a 10% rain chance and a high of 98 with a partly sunny sky. Tomorrow and Thursday, the highest rain chances of the week ahead, and even then, it's not that impressive at just 20% with a partly sunny sky and temperatures at 98. As the drier weather and the sunnier weather takes hold, we'll see those temperatures getting back to triple digits again. 100 on Friday, 102 Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And all 4 of those days starting with some early morning low clouds before giving way to plenty of sunshine. Let's get a check of traffic here this morning. As you would expect for the holiday, not a whole lot of people out on the roads this morning, maybe just running some last-minute errands or heading out of town for a driving trip here today to go to watch the fireworks or visit family elsewhere. And all is quiet here there at 35 and 51st Street. We don't have a whole lot of incidents out there. There's really just the one that we've been watching since we started our newscast almost an hour ago, and that's at Mopac northbound and exit ramp blocked there at Shoreline Drive. We'll leave you with some drive times just in case you're heading out on the road this morning. Look, and it is a gorgeous one from the Circuit of the Americas this morning with sunshine and clouds. Sun on the way up here on your 4th of July. And we certainly hope you have a fantastic Independence Day today. If you're heading to the pool this afternoon, not a bad day for it. Sun and clouds, high of 98, but a limited shower and storm chance later in the day. We'll call it just a 10% chance of that happening where you are. Really, it's generally going to be another dry, hot day with sun at times and clouds at times today. Let's get a check on traffic for you this morning. Only one real incident out there now, which is on Mopac northbound, an exit ramp blocked at Shoreline Drive. Here's some drive drive times to get you out just in case you're having to head out this morning. And there are some people that have to work today, and we appreciate you. And drive times looking pretty good. Just 25 minutes from Kyle to downtown.
All right, leave the fireworks to the pros. Again, remember, it's illegal to pop them off in the city of Austin. I know I don't like to be the Grinch, but don't do it in the neighborhoods. Bye-bye. Be safe.
See ya.
Thanks for joining KXAN News Today. You can also listen to KXAN News Nightly every weekday after 5:30 p.m. for in-depth coverage on what matters most to you.